December is here, the year is wrapping up to a close, everybody is starting to talk about their Game of the Year lists, but of course, Xbox Game Pass shows no signs of slowing down. It's been a year since I started doing these Game Pass new games lists, so thanks everybody for your support over this time, and welcome to all the new subscribers, and thanks as always for checking out the content we create here at Direckt Gaming. If you enjoy positive Xbox content, this is the place for you, and in 2022 we've got a lot more planned and some exciting things ready to launch. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single thing. Our weekly podcast, Controllers and Coffee, has some really exciting episodes coming up as we roll into the Christmas holidays and the Goaty Talks, so check that out on Tuesdays live on the channel too. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the upcoming Xbox Game Pass games dropping throughout the first half of December. Let's begin. Anvil is a top-down co-op shooter with roguelike elements where you play as vault breakers, heavily armored characters searching for relics across the galaxy. With over 100 relics and weapons which are randomly generated across your play sessions, this one actually does look like it could be a lot of cool co-op fun, and weirdly the main three characters in the trailer totally look like they're wearing the armor from Anthem, which is hilarious. This will also be available on Steam, but check it out if you want a bit of co-op sci-fi shooting action on December 2nd on Game Pass. A pixel art bullet hell co-op RPG full of chaos, carnage and character, this title from Eidos and Fops is another game published by Humble that's releasing into Game Pass courtesy of Xbox and Humble's partnership. The character design in Archvale looks cool, the movement and the momentum of the battles looks fast-paced and super fun, and the game is looking set to be another banging indie title with a gorgeous color palette, a bit of a sense of humor, and a deep combat system that allows for a personalized experience with an array of over 200 craftable weapons and armor. This one I'll be downloading and checking out this month for sure, as it's coming to cloud, console, and PC also on December 2nd. Another one on December 2nd, and pretty much half of this list is all coming out on that day, so absolutely be ready with that download button. The sequel to 2009's Final Fantasy XIII and the continuation of Lightning's story, with more of a focus on her sister Sarah and her journeys with Noel as they jump through time to find her missing sister after the events of the first game. Although many have their issues with the Final Fantasy XIII series of games, in my opinion the games have excellent characters, incredible and deep action-based combat, and a pretty bonkers story. The game received generally positive reviews with a Metacritic score of 79 for the 360 version, and with Final Fantasy XIII also available on Game Pass through backwards compatibility, and visually these games still holding up so well after all these years, it might worth be jumping into the beautiful world of the Foul Sea. Releasing earlier in 2021 to decent success, earning itself an okay 72% on Metacritic, but making a bit of a splash across social media just because of its hilarious premise, Lawn Mowing Simulator from Skyhook Games and Curve Digital is exactly what it says on the box. Choose from a whole host of real mowers as you build your gardening empire, upgrade your headquarters in true simulation style, and try and achieve the perfect mow. I actually kind of like the farming simulator games, and this one looks like it could be even more satisfying to get lost in as you do just some mundane stuff. The environments look cool, the equipment is legit, and I'd say this one is worth a shot, and it's out on December the 2nd on Game Pass. Another one dropping day one into Game Pass on December 2nd, Rubber Bandits is a hilarious, brightly coloured and super fun looking multiplayer brawler, sort of in the vein of Gang Beasts or even a throwback to some party games of the past. The game features loads of creative weapons, physics-based chaos, and requires you to get as much cash against your opponents in the ultimate heist. Customizable characters, multiple game modes, destructible environments, and a ridiculous amount of fun, Rubber Bandits could be a sleeper hit in 2021 if it gets into the right hands, and it's as fun as the trailers seem to be. This is one I'll definitely be checking out and could be a lot of fun with 4 players on the Xbox at Christmas time with family or friends. The critically acclaimed indie darling, loved by pretty much all who play it, and the highest rated game on Steam with over 300,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews. That is insane. You already know what it is, but Stardew Valley is finally coming to Xbox Game Pass for cloud, console, and PC. A game that even after all these years I still haven't played, but I'm just always tempted by its serene world, deep systems, and the love it gets from the community. There's not many games that have reached such high praise from pretty much everybody who's played it for over half a decade. There's not much that needs to be said about this game because its reviews really speak for themselves, but now that it's coming to Game Pass, it may even bring even more people like myself who still haven't played this masterpiece. Could be a good holiday game to enjoy over the break and really kick back and relax. A turn-based strategy title from Black Lab Games, set in the iconic Warhammer 40k universe, Battlesector is a large-scale title featuring a huge single-player campaign, as well as skirmish modes and asynchronous and live multiplayer. Although it seems like a lot of Warhammer 40,000 games don't really hit the incredible critical highs, with Battlesector receiving a Metacritic score of 74 for PC when it released earlier this year, some of the reviews praise it as the closest rendition to the tabletop game in years, and a great place for new fans of the series as well as seasoned 40k players. The console version drops day one into Game Pass on December 2nd, so it hasn't got any critical reception yet, but if you're a fan of Warhammer 40k and haven't played this one yet, it may be worth checking it out on Game Pass in just a day's time. Alright, this game looks bonkers. I mean, the name alone tells a story, but when you see this game in action and its retro vibes, weird and horrific humor, and of course its gameplay, it's not hard to want to give it a shot. Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator is a twisted take on the simulator genre, releasing next week into Game Pass on day one for all platforms by developer Strange Scaffold. Trade illegal organs on the black market across the galaxy, contend with the cutthroat organ market, trade viscera with dubious figures, keep vampire leech organs from devouring the rest of the goods inside your cargo hold, and flood galaxies with meat and make a profit. This game sounds insane, and I'm super excited to give it a shot when it releases day one into Game Pass on December the 7th. Hugely anticipated and with a lot hanging on a positive reception, after its 1 year delay, Halo Infinite is finally about to launch into Game Pass for cloud, console, and PC, and could be one of the biggest and best games of the year. With its multiplayer already being incredibly fun in the beta, and some of the best and most satisfying gunplay from the series ever, and a campaign that will bring an open world element to the series for the very first time, stepping back into the shoes of the beloved Master Chief is set to be an absolute joy this holiday. Battling against the menacing banished enemies on the partially destroyed Zeta Halo, with a plot that I think will have some serious twists and turns as you try to piece together what's happened since Halo 5 Guardians and find Cortana, the Halo Infinite campaign has the potential to really bring back Halo in a big way for 343. The multiplayer is a sure thing and will see improvements and expansion over time, and I truly think Halo Infinite will be a blockbuster title and one that won't be forgotten anytime soon, and it releases in less than a week's time. Releasing in March 2020 and now coming to Game Pass for all platforms, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 is an action RPG set in the world of the immensely popular One Piece anime. From story developers at Koei Tecmo, Pirate Warriors 4 features an original story which takes place after the Wano arc of the anime and combines it with the classic Warriors-style gameplay which is now featured across so many games and franchises. As well as the single-player story, the game features multiplayer modes including giant boss battles, territory, time defense, and bounty battles. Receiving 76 on Metacritic for the Xbox version when it launched last year, this is one worth checking out for One Piece fans or fans of Warrior-style games when it drops into Game Pass on December the 9th. Only releasing a few months back in August of this year, Aliens Fireteam Elite is a squad-based survival shooter that is a direct sequel to the classic Alien trilogy. Developed by Cold Iron Studios and published by Focus Home Interactive, Fireteam Elite takes inspiration from survival shooters like Left 4 Dead and brings it into this legendary franchise with multiple story campaigns to enjoy with up to 3 players. Taking the reins of one of the 6 classes in the Colonial Marines, you're sent out to investigate a mysterious distress call and, of course, are sent into battle against the brutal Xenomorph threat. Although it only received a Metacritic score of 70 for the Xbox Series X release, fans of the Alien series will hopefully get something out of this co-op shooter with a host of xenomorph enemy types, weapons and armor customization, and hugely some cooperative fun. Finally releasing into Game Pass for Xbox consoles after its initial announcement back at E3, the immensely popular, hugely addictive social deception game from Inner Sloth, Among Us, drops into Game Pass on December the 14th. You absolutely know what this game is by now, but if somehow you've been in like cryo sleep for the last 12 or so months, this may be one you want to check out, especially with friends. The art style is pretty cool, the gameplay loop is fun and can be hilarious, and a new audience on Game Pass may give this game another boost of popularity and will even be coming to cloud gaming in the near future. Check it out in a couple of weeks' time. Leaving Game Pass on December the 15th, there are a few games, so if you want to get a 20% discount on those titles while they're still on the service so you can own them forever, check them out now. We've got Beholder, The Dark Pictures, Man of Medan, Guacamelee 2, Wilmot's Warehouse, Unto the End, and Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. And finally, it's another Game Pass video, so it's another Game Pass Pick of the Week. And this week, it's The Forgotten City from Modern Storyteller. Originally a mod for Skyrim made by one Australian avid developer, The Forgotten City is a truly incredible story about a modern man sent into a mysterious Roman city with a deadly curse over it, where if one person sins, everybody dies. As you're plunged into this strange place, you uncover its secrets, meet a host of interesting characters, and your aim is to stop the sin from occurring and save the lives of the city's inhabitants. With a time loop mechanic, great writing and well-acted dialogue from all the characters, fun ways to experiment with the limitations of the narrative, and an overall really excellently delivered story and premise, this is up there with some of the best gaming in 2021 in my opinion, and a game you should not skip. Download it now and thank me later. And that is it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments below which of these games are you most excited about. And, come on, it's gotta be Halo, right? I cannot wait to get stuck into this game. Definitely stay tuned to the podcast to hear all my thoughts in the coming weeks. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Like I said at the start, we thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching this video. Share it with a friend if they need to find another game for their backlog before the end of the year. And until next time, peace.